This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
One line reply
Yes.
to what my learned friend says. Mr. Mitro has made this.
Yes, for a second. Yes.
I'm sorry.
My lord, my lord, the offense committed by this person is that he has obtained those tickets, the complete ticket, for distribution to the other clubs. But he has ultimately involved himself in black marketing of those tickets. My lord, and this has been committed by a public servant. Now, my lord, the investigation is required exactly he and how many persons they are involved in black
This is
marketing.
the subject matter of investigation. This is the subject matter of investigation. This is court is not aborting investigation. Court will permit the investigation to be carried on expeditiously in accordance with law and ensuring presence of the petitioner before the investigating agency.
Yes.
My lord, may I take your lord's wants to the prayer? Page, kindly comes to page 34 of the prayer.
Yes, what does it say?
The first prayer, the prayer is issue a writ and a direction in the nature of mandamus, restraining the responsibility particular response 2 to 4 from taking any coercive action. He has not placed his PRS bill application to the district court. In the first place, my lord, he was given 35-day notice. He did not appear. That is what has been informed by the London Advocate General before the Honorable Court. Twice he did not appear. He moved. He took out a PRS bill application.
Mr. Jana, if I have two remedies and one, I have sought for one remedy and subsequently I decided not to approach that forum, but to approach the different remedy. What is the wrong in it?
No, then my lord, he has been, kindly do not allow this person. to
Yes,
go
yes,
into-
Mr. Dotto. I have heard-
First is, my lord, what is creating problem, my lord, there is a judgment of this court that even after rejection of anticipatory bail, one can come up for quashing. But these are all on different parameters. Be that as it may, my lord, the de facto complainant stand over here is completely, my lord, different to.
But at the same time, Mr. Dotto, there is an observation by the Supreme Court by by Dr. Justice Chandrachud in Niharika Infrastructure that
Yes.
at the preliminary stage it ought not to be interfered with. Rather, the accused person has a remedy to apply for pre-arrest bail.
My lord,
And
here
yet-
is-
No, definitely. Definitely. There is no bar. There is no bar. But the stand today is contrary to what is there in the records of this court. Kindly come to page 62. Before the division bench, what is the stand of the de facto complainant? Before the division bench, kindly have a look to Millard. There is a long order. Millard, apropos Millard, what my learned friend submits.
Yes, matter is taken up. Matter is heard in presence of the learned advocate representing the petitioner, state respondents, and respondent number 5 being the de facto complainant. Stop. Stop. Mr. Kishore, next paragraph. Mr. Kishore Dotto, learned senior advocate representing the petitioner, has approached this court with the present writ petition, inter alia, praying for quashing of criminal prosecution being Vidhannagar South PS case number 138/2026 dated 30th May 2026, which was 30th May 2026 under section 308 within bracket 2/3018 within bracket 4, 351 within bracket 2, 61 within bracket 2, 3 within bracket 5 BNS. Hey, would ডাকো immediately ডাকো তো খেয়ালই করিনি মামলা শুনতে ইয়েকে শুভেন্দুকে ডাকো অর্পণকে ডাকো Next paragraph. Concerned police authority initiated a criminal prosecution being Vidhannagar South PS case, South Police Station case number 138/2026 dated 30th May 2026, based on complaint of respondent number 5, based on complaint of respondent number 5, দুজনেই নিয়ে নাও, based on complaint of respondent number 5, alleging
করে দেন এর মধ্যে ঢুকিয়ে দেন এই বছরের নিচে কাজ করছিল কালকে থেকে বড়
for the sporting event slated to be organized on 13 December 2025, where
এরা 30
Lionel Messi, within bracket popularly known as Messi, the soccer legend, was scheduled to be present at the field of Jubo Bharati Kirangon it is alleged in the complaint that complimentary tickets, accreditation cards, and close proximity passes petitioner was compelled to hand over to the respondent number 5 was compelled to hand over to the petitioner, being the then sports minister, and those complimentary tickets, accreditation cards, and close proximity passes were wrongfully distributed for financial gain. Stop. In connection with, next paragraph, in connection with aforesaid criminal prosecution, notice under section 35(3) of Bharatiya Nagorik Suraksha Samhita 2023, within bracket BNSS 2023, was issued on 1st June 2026 to the petitioner, which petitioner did not comply with, and subsequently present writ petition is filed praying for quashing of criminal prosecution.
Well, there was a subsequent notice. I'm sorry, there was a subsequent notice also.
Stop.
Two notices.
It is submitted by Mr. Mitro, learned Advocate General, Mr. Surajit Nath Mitro, learned Advocate General, that representing the state respondents, that another notice under section 35 within bracket 3 was issued subsequently the notice dated 1st June 2026, which was also not complied with by the petitioner. Stop. Next paragraph. It is contended on behalf of the petitioner that without any preliminary investigation, aforesaid criminal prosecution commenced. Stop. Another limb of submission made on behalf of the petitioner is section 35 within bracket 3 of BNSS 2023, which grants protection to the petitioner from being incarcerated during continuance of investigation if notice under section 35 within bracket 3 is complied with. Stop. At this stage, prayer is made on behalf of the petitioner to grant protection subject to final result of the present writ petition. Next paragraph. Mr. Mitro, learned Advocate General, Mr. Mitro, learned Advocate General, has opposed this writ petition, and it is brought to the notice of this court in reference to the statements made in paragraph 26 of the writ petition. That an anticipatory bail application was taken out before the learned Sessions Court, Barashat, North 24 Parganas, by the petitioner, and petitioner ought to have pressed that pre-arrest bail application before the Sessions Court. Stop. In addition thereto, it is also contended that petitioner was sports minister at the material point of time when the incident took place on 13th December 2025. Therefore, being an influential person, petitioner may impact, or being an influential person, petitioner may intimidate witnesses, affecting process of investigation or affecting investigation. Stop. According to the state respondents, since two previous notices under section 35(3) of BNSS were not complied with by the petitioner, he is not entitled to get the protection as envisaged under section 35 within bracket 3. Stop. Next paragraph. Mr. Arindam Jana, learned advocate, represented respondent number 5 being de facto complainant, who has also opposed this writ petition, and it is submitted that considering the nature of allegation made against the petitioner, petitioner is not entitled to get interim protection during pendency of the writ petition. So, according to respondent number 5, for the sake of investigation, if investigating agency finds it apt, it may take the petitioner into custody. Next paragraph. Having considered the respective submissions made on behalf of the parties and taking note of the contents of the complaint dated 30th May 2026, it appears prima facie, it appears that grievance of the respondent number 5 centered around distribution of complimentary tickets, accreditation card and close proximity passes. By the petitioner, leading to unlawful financial gain, stop. Based on such complaint, criminal prosecution was initiated under section 308 within bracket 2. Now, a criminal prosecution was initiated under certain provisions of BNS or Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita 2023, out of which two provisions provisions contained under section 308 within bracket 2 and section 3018 within bracket 4 কি বললাম out of which offense provided under section 308 within bracket 2 and 3018 within bracket 4 offenses called are albeit cognizable and non-bailable, but prescribed punishment in both the cases, but prescribed punishment under both the sections are up to 7 years. Stop. Hence, court finds at the stage of investigation, if petitioner cooperates with the investigating agency and complies with the notices issued in connection therewith, he can get protection, or he is entitled to get protection under section 35 within bracket 3 of BNSS 2023. Stop. It was argued on behalf of state respondents that benefit contemplated under section 35 within bracket 3 may not be attracted herein, since petitioner failed to comply with two previous notices under section 35 within bracket 3. Stop. At this stage, court is not ad idem with the submission made on behalf of the state respondents concerning extending benefit under section 35 within bracket 3 of BNSS 2023 due to failure of complying previous two notices. In the event it is ensured presence of the petitioner before the investigating agency for the sake of investigation in compliance of future notices, issued by the concerned authority. Next paragraph. It is true that petitioner preferred pre-arrest bail application before the Sessions Court, but mere filing of pre-arrest bail application does not impinge upon right of the petitioner to invoke jurisdiction of this court under Article 226 of the Constitution of India. Questioning initiation of aforesaid criminal prosecution. However, these observations are made based on prima facie considerations. Next paragraph. In view of aforesaid conspectus, investigating agency is permitted to continue with the investigations in accordance with law. Stop. Petitioner shall comply with notices to be issued by the investigating agency and shall appear before the investigating agency on the fixed date and time, failing which state respondents shall be at liberty to bring it to the notice of this court for passing appropriate order. Stop. At least 48 hours notice shall be issued to the petitioner, permitting him to appear before the investigating agency. Stop. Petitioner shall not leave station without the permission of this court. Next paragraph. Lionel Andres Messi, popularly known as Messi, is a soccer legend who was slated to appear at the field of Juba Bharati Kirangan on 13 December 2025 in front of large number of spectators. Stop. However, on the date when this program was scheduled, Messi had to leave the field much prior to scheduled time due to security breach. And it was seen on news media that large number of intruders were present at the field on 13 December 2025 when the program was organized. Stop. Thousands of Messi fans purchased tickets to witness presence of their hero at the field, but early exit of Messi from the field shattered their dreams. Stop. At the same time, it was found. At the same time, it was a complete fiasco in organizing such event at Juba Bharati Kirangan, Kolkata. Stop. However, in 3 other metro cities, Hyderabad, Mumbai and in Delhi, similar program was organized seamlessly. Stop. Failure to organize the program left a blot on the image of this city within bracket Kolkata. Stop. While granting, next paragraph, while granting interim protection to the petitioner, this court cannot shut its eyes to such messy event fiasco. Stop. Conscience of this court leads to pass a direction upon the who would be the appropriate authority to conduct an independent inquiry. Mr. Mitro.
Since we are an SIT, Lord, may I make this submission? Since an SIT has already been constituted.
Yes, no, I will pass in a separate order. Yes.
Very.
It's supervision.
Yes, Mr. Mondol.
Or CP Vidhan.
Whether he is party, Commissioner of Police, Bidhannagar, Police Commissionerate. Mr. Dotto, he is not a party.
No, he's not a party.
Your lordship,
I'll grant you leave to make him party.
lordship can give direction, my lord.
Yes, that's fine because he need not be a party. It's an independent body. Your lordship can always will
Commissioner of Police, Bidhannagar Police Commissionerate is directed to conduct an independent inquiry as to why the event could not be organized appropriately on 13 December 2025 and submit a report by 4 weeks from date. Stop. Next paragraph. The interim protection granted to the petitioner. দেখি ওই রেলিভেন্ট জায়গাটা বলো তো কি ডিরেকশন দিলাম না তার আগে ওই যে he will appear before the investigating agency and other thing. হ্যাঁ Stop. No, ওখানে একটা অ্যাড করে দাও, no coercive step shall be taken against the petitioner without the leave of this court till ওইখানেই দেবে till August 2023 or until further order whichever is early. এইবার ওখানে শেষে কি বলছিলাম দেখো, ওটা ওইখানে কিন্তু ঢুকবে, হ্যাঁ ছেড়ে গেছিলাম, হ্যাঁ শেষে লাস্টে না এখানে আসলে বলা দরকার নেই, সেন্টেন্সটা পুরো বলো। No, our interim protection. Next paragraph. List the matter under the same heading for further consideration on 17th August বললাম তো 4th August 2020.
I've got two prayers. I don't think my learned friends will object. One is, my lord, if there is any other criminal case pending against me, if they could, my lord, inform us. This is one. The other is, my lord, in view of, my lord, the recent trend of events, but while I go and come out, my lord, some security should be provided to me. Because stones are pelted, eggs, this is being done. Let that. After all, my lord, a former minister, he should. I don't say that he's someone exceptional.
Mr. Mitro,
Before,
this is not your issue. Please take your
Before
seat,
that,
Mr.
my lord-
Jana. Yes,
before that, my lord, two submissions on my part. Number one is, my lord, that your lordship has given direction on him that he will appear and cooperate. Not that, my lord, he will go and sit idly, my lord. He has to cooperate with the investigation.
that I have directed.
Yes.
Pending subject
পড়ো একবার পড়ো।
no coercive measure.
হ্যাঁ ওইখানটা বলো।
Last part.
But that shouldn't mean that I have to confess.
No.
But
he will
let
not keep
that be
mum.
made clear.
Just
He will not keep mum.
yes, yes,
Yes.
just a minute. ওই যেখানটা পড়লে ইন্টারিম অর্ডারটা দেবার আগে যে
Last
কন্ডিশনস গুলো দিলাম।
Hmm.
ইন ভিউ অফটা করো না, ইন অ্যাফোরসেড কনস্পেক্টাস। হ্যাঁ
one condition.
একটু জোরে পড়ো ওনারা যাতে শুনতে পায়।
Sorry, miss করেছি।
Issued by investigating agency as such appear before the investigating agency with a fixed date and time. Failing which state respondent shall be adverted to the notice of this court or passing appropriate order. Instead of at least 48 hours notice shall be issued to the petitioner permitting him to appear before the investigating agency. Instead of petitioner shall not leave station without the permission of this court.
Petitioner shall cooperate with the investigating agency for carrying out meaningful investigations. Petitioner shall cooperate with the investigating agency for carrying out meaningful investigation.
And my lord,
But I have a right
one further
to
submission, my
keep
lord,
silent. That right I have.
that's different. Number two is, my lord, that let him deposit his passport with the my lord office during dependence. Otherwise, my lord, lordship is aware, my lord, anything can happen.
Then we will bring it to the notice of this court. Let me see.
My lord, there are countries, my lord, where, my lord, we really cannot do anything. It has happened, my lord. He is restricted from living
Very
this.
well. Petitioner will deposit his passport with whom? With the investigating officer.
With the investigating
No,
officer.
that-
Investigating officer by 1 week from
No,
this
it
date.
should be, my lord, before the criminal court below. It has to be before the criminal court.
Yes,
It has
Before
to
the
be before the
criminal
criminal court below.
but whether the
No, investigating agency cannot keep it.
investigating officer, it will
No, no. If-
why not?
The procedure,
No, today cognizance of offense is
No,
not taken till
That's
date.
true.
It has to be
No,
charge sheet
GR
has to be filed, and then
What-
this will
well, what
it
happens
will
is,
be before the domain of the court below.
may I say this, but once, my lord, an FIR is registered, my lord, a corresponding GR case is started before the jurisdictional court. That is why FIR is sent, produced within 24 hours, seizure reported, etc. Therefore,
Jurisdictional court should
yes,
be approved.
yes.
Very well.
Jurisdictional court এর কাছেই হয়। But the two of my
করো। Petitioner shall deposit his passport with the jurisdictional court within 7 days from date.
but the other two prayers you kindly consider.
But while granting bail, anticipatory bail, we use both expressions, either with the investigating officer or with the court. Yes,
Miller, the other two prayers of mine, Miller. If there is any other case against me,
on the next date, concerned police authority shall submit a report. On the একদম শেষে, on the next date, officer in charge Bidhannagar police station, being respondent number 4, shall submit a report disclosing the progress made in the investigation and other criminal proceedings if pending against the petitioner.
Miller, the other cases may be throughout the state. Therefore, kindly consider, Miller, passing that direction on the DG.
On the DIG,
DG, Director General and Inspector General.
That my learned friend will agree that it's.
application should be filed.
No, but it is his right to get the information
That's true, but on.
because it is required to be uploaded on the server as per the direction.
But it's, if I,
My lord, one is first
How is he interested about this pair of mine?
if it is a direction of Bidhannagar, my lord, it may be difficult. That is why I.
Yes, that's why DGIG,
It's
Director
uploaded.
General and Inspector General Police.
Very good. তাহলে একটা কাজ করো DG is having whether the DG
No.
is made party, yes.
But he is two.
হ্যাঁ না ওটা ডিরেক্টর জেনারেল এন্ড ইন্সপেক্টর জেনারেল অফ পুলিশ ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল বিং রেসপন্স নাম্বার 2 is directed to যেটা বললাম সেটা is directed to file is directed to submit a report on the next date disclosing the progress made in the investigation as well as criminal proceedings if any pending against the petitioner apart from the present one. Present one.
And the protection aspect kindly consider.
Yes, that I have already directed.
No, protection during transit. While attending and